Luke Bryan, ready. We're going to Luke Bryan! Guys, I'm so excited. I'm filming everything on my phone, sadly, because I can't bring cameras into the venue, but I'm still gonna get as much footage as I can, obviously. We're still gonna have a good night. We're taking the train both ways, so hopefully Julie and I don't get lost. He doesn't actually go on until like 9.
Oh, your bum looks so big. Okay, here, take my card out of my phone.
Milk carton, black and white face. Smile vacant for the picture. Parents waiting in the driveway.
Really freaking praying we don't get lost, to be honest. Us going on a train somewhere by ourselves, not the best idea, to be honest, but we have to figure out what train we're taking.
I never want to see you that way. I'll be your milk carton, darling.
You want pizza? Sure. I want a pizza. Oh, pizza.
Let's go.
And 10 feet away, she's like a primrose. You never come close. And I know why you said it, 'cause I'm reading every word in your voice. Used to be worse. Maybe it's a good thing, got a good thing coming, it's a good thing. But when I do, we used to be. When I do
looking good. It's so good. What? How about today, this weather, all these country girls in tonight.
Maybe then I feel alright. Sometimes
Ain't gonna take it.
time to be myself when you come close. I feel alive.
I need a tequila shot. I need one tequila shot to get me going. Oh, they're finding it. How we doing in the back there? Light it up and see them back there. It's been a minute since we've been in Toronto, right? Thank you so much for selling this place out. Thank you for selling it out on a Saturday night. We love it. It's our first weekend back out on the country on tour. We're having a blast. We got a brand new song. This one's called But I Got a Beer in My Hand. I hope y'all heard it. Let's drink some beer together.
Maybe that's a good thing.
Let's hear it one more time, Ken. Come on.
When I knew we used to be, and maybe that's a good thing.
Get up on the hood of my daddy's Gianna.
Be myself when you come close. I feel alive. Sometimes I get strong, not trying to be. Waiting for the glass house to calm down. Waiting to hear that crashing sound. Waiting for the right words to tell you how. I don't wanna be false. Pretend we're picture perfect when we're breaking beneath the surface. I don't wanna be false. Make love like we deserve it to cover up what's hurting. Hey. I don't wanna be false.
Concert was bomb.
I don't even.
We can't really hear ourselves, to be
on
honest.
cruise kind of slow.
Our voices are gone, our hearing is gone, but now we're gonna go muck some food. And then we have to catch our train at like 12:30.
At some point.
We have a lot of trains that we could possibly get on. So. Okay, so update. We're currently walking in the middle of Toronto at 12:30 in the morning. Have no idea where we're going. We're trying to find a spot to charge our phones.
We just went to one place and they wouldn't serve us. They wouldn't even let us like do anything.
Yeah, they're like, you're not even allowed to be in here, whatever. Craving Mexican so bad right now, so we're going to the next Mexican spot, and then we're gonna charge our phones, and then we're gonna try to catch the train at 2:20 in the morning. We're not gonna get home until 3 in the morning, but you know, we had a frickin' blast.
Those last few songs that Luke Bryan.
Oh, those are the best.
Amazing.
I'm kind of upset he didn't play Crash My Party, I'm not gonna lie. But you know what, everything was worth it. We had a great time. We're both gonna wake up without voices. I already freaking know it. So yeah, that's our current update. We're gonna go muck some food. We're hungry. Okay, bye. Okay, you guys, here's your story time. First off, don't mind how I look right now. I literally have no eyelashes and I'm so sunburnt, but that vlog is coming. Anyways, besides the point, story time. At the concert, everything was going good. As you saw, we literally had a blast. Everything was so fun. Best night of our lives. It was after the concert that things went downhill. So the clip that you last just saw, that is when everything took a major turn. Basically, we should have listened to everyone else because as soon as the concert was done, we were like, oh, we're really hungry. Like, let's just go walk walk and find some food, charge our phones, and just figure everything out, right? We ended up walking like 15-20 minutes to this Mexican spot that we found on Google Maps. By the time we got there, it was literally closed. That was annoying. So then we went next door to this random spot that looked like it was open, but they're like, oh, you can't be in here. Like, we're closing, blah, blah, blah. Like, okay, let's dip. Then that leads to the next clip. And so basically we were just craving Mexican food. Like, that's literally all we wanted. So we saw this little dinky little spot and we're like, okay, well, this seems to be the only one in the area, whatever. So we go into this little tiny spot and we need to charge our phones, and like, it literally looked so small and kind of sketch, but they literally said that we couldn't use their outlets. They're like, oh, our owners don't let people use their outlets and stuff. And we're like, we will buy things, we just need to charge our phones. Like, it's a way home. Like, if our phones aren't charged, we can't get home. And this is meanwhile still when we think that there's at least like 3 trains that we can catch to get home. So then it wouldn't let us do that. So we go next door because there's a Baskin Robbins. They are the sweetest human beings ever. Shout out to them because they literally saved us. They let us charge our phones, whatever. We charged them for a while. And then we're like, okay, we're gonna go back to that Mexican spot because we're still hungry. So we go back to the Mexican spot. We order our food. Our phones are charged. So I'm ordering the Uber to take us to Expedition Go, which is the train station to take us home. By the time we get to Expedition Go from the Uber, we're like, sit down and eat our food and wait for the train. We're sitting there and we're like, this is really sketch. Like, it wasn't even just a regular train station. It was literally just an underground little tiny circle with 4 different stairways going up on either side. It was so sketchy. It was basically just in the wide open in the middle of nowhere at like 1 in the morning. So we were so stressed out because we were 2 little girls just sitting there by ourselves and stuff. We're like, I don't feel comfortable with this. Julia didn't feel comfortable with this. So we're like, okay, let's take another Uber to Union Station, which is one of the biggest train stations in Toronto because it's a lot safer, and we just felt safer and knew that train station better. So we Uber there, and then this is when we came to the realization that literally the whole entire time I was reading the bus schedule, not the train schedule. That's the moment we realized that the last train left right at the end of the concert. That's why there were so many people gathered near the train station, because that was the last one for the night. And in my brain, and when I was reading it online, I literally thought that it was trains, not buses. When Julia and I get to Union, we come to this realization, we're like, what are we gonna do? Like, we're gonna have to bus all the way home from Toronto to home, which is like an hour long. I've never taken a bus that long home. We're trying to get into Union Station and literally all the doors are locked to the train station and everything because there's no more trains. And that's when we also figured out that we're not gonna get on a train because there are no more until like 6 in the morning. So we're freaking out. We're like, Union Station is locked. We don't know how to find the bus terminal. We don't know basically how we're gonna get home. And our phones are also dying slowly because they didn't charge fully. We're starting to panic. We're thinking we're gonna be stuck in Toronto. It was just like this whole thing. Like, we should have just drove in the first place, but we ended up finding this group of people. They are literally the sweetest human beings ever, but they were going in the opposite direction as us, but they're like, oh yeah, we're taking a bus too, like follow us. And Julia and I were skeptical at first because obviously we didn't know them. They're complete strangers, but they were similar in age to us. We ended up following them. They led us to the bus terminal where they were also going as well. And they're like, okay, these are the bus terminals. Like, this is the one that you should be getting on and stuff like that. Meanwhile, it's past like 1:30 in the morning right now. We're walking in the streets of Toronto with random people, not knowing where we're going. We haven't eaten because we're carrying our takeout bag of Mexican food that honestly wasn't even good. So we were just stressed out. We were tired. Our feet hurt. And so we're sitting there waiting for the bus, and it's not supposed to leave until 2:20 in the morning. It was like this whole thing. There wasn't any outlets near us. The row of seats where people were waiting were all taken, and we didn't know if there was going to be outlets on the bus because at least one of our phones had to be alive to order the Uber once we got to our home train station to take us home to our houses from the train station. Basically, Julie and I, we were sitting on benches on the opposite side of the route. We asked someone if we could borrow one of the outlets and just leave our phone there. So our phone is in the hands of basically strangers. We're sitting there just staring off into space, hungry, and we finally board this bus. We honestly did not think the night was going to turn out like that. We did not think we were going to have to bus home. We thought we were going to get on a train, but no. We sit down on the bus and we try to plug in our phones on the outlet because we found one. It wasn't working at first, and we got so stressed out. We're like, oh my gosh, we have to save our batteries. And right before we left, there were these 2 guys that came and sat literally right next to us in the very back, and they had like very thick accents, so we didn't know if they spoke English or not. But once we started to go, they were the most obnoxious people in the planet. Take in, it's basically 2:30 in the morning. They're blaring music on their phone next to us, playing like TikToks
and just blaring music, talking so loud to each other. And I was so exhausted at this point. Julie and I are trying to eat our burritos. Literally, we look miserable because we just wanted to get home, and then there's these people next to us. And the Mexican food wasn't even good, so that also made us even more angry. But I literally had enough. I turned towards them and I was like, do you have headphones? And they're like, what? Non-anglais, non-anglais, and stuff like that. And they were literally talking in English before I said something to them. So I was like, okay, they're just gonna be annoying and they're not gonna like listen or whatever. So then we just ignored it, but they did not stop. They just kept playing their music louder. Everyone on the bus was literally so annoyed at them. We ended up literally getting off the bus around 3:30 in the morning, 3:45, and then we ended up finding our way home by Ubering. Like, it was so insane. We did not think that we were gonna get home that way. So that was Julie and I's night of literally an amazing concert that was the best one I've ever been to. And plus, just because I love Luke Bryan, literally love him. But yeah, it was just a crazy night that we weren't expecting to happen, and it was just so stressful. If we knew what was going on and stuff, it would have been fine, but we thought we were lost. We thought we were stuck in Toronto, which was the most scariest part, because we're like two little girls just wandering the streets of Toronto at like 1 in the morning. But not only that, when we were walking around on the streets, there were so many like groups of guys that would just come up to us and like try to walk with us and stuff. They were like our age a little bit, but it was still kind of creepy. Like you could tell they were coming back from the concert as well, but it was still just kind of creepy, and we were like, okay, yeah, like, okay. Like we were just being friendly, but we were like, go away. So that's basically my story on how Julie and I got home from Toronto. It was insane. Would I do it again? Probably, because the concert was amazing and well worth it. It was just a very scary times. That's my story time. Thank God we are safe and we made it home. I really hope you guys enjoyed the concert vlog. And I hope you guys are having an amazing, wonderful day. And I'll see you next time. Bye!
But I'm still gonna get
Those make the best days.
it's gonna be a vibe. I'm gonna finish it.
You know who's gonna hold this?
Shay, the worst content creator there is. Whoa.
Cried every day, always.
I've been on here for so long.
We're all safe. All night long. Are we ready to eat this right now?
His hair. I know, it's pretty cute.
Come on, babe, hold my hand.
Okay.
Sexy girl.
Okay. Oh shit, I got
My girlfriend.
We're gonna go muck some food though.
Oh yeah, what are we gonna eat?
Jay I
want some nuggets.
I want something like some nuggets.
Look at Hannah
some
Montana.
Pizza. She is Hannah Montana.
Not even be a rock star.
Yeah, so that didn't really work out that well.
Turn
So
right
we're not
onto
gonna
King
go home until,
Street
like,
West,
3 in the
then your
morning.
destination will be on the left.
Yes.
Yo! Mucks.